Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I want to start off today's video by saying that I know this is something that I haven't really ever talked about doing before, but I wanted to try it and see how it goes, especially if you didn't know today is 11/11. It is November 11th, and that is a big day, especially for me and what I've been seeing in my readings. There is some hustle and bustle in my household, so sorry, but I'm back. I don't know what I was saying, but basically I am definitely an amateur tarot reader, and I don't know why, but I feel called to do this video for myself and for whoever is watching this. I feel like this was probably meant for you too, and I don't know if this will become a thing on my channel, but I don't know. I just feel like it's the right thing to do right now. So yeah, we're gonna do a little tarot reading. I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm not going to do anything specific. And also you should know about me is I'm more familiar with using oracle cards than actual tarot decks. So I'm not entirely sure about what each tarot card means or the meanings. So I might, which is the same thing. Now, I do understand some of the tarot cards meanings from having gotten them so many times frequently in my own readings, but I'm mostly going to be pulling from this book. This is the Big Book of Tarot by Joan Bunning. So first thing I'm going to say about this reading is we're already off to a bit of a rocky start. There's some commotion going on in my household that's kind of making this video a little bit difficult to film, but I'm determined, so maybe that speaks to anybody out there who is maybe having a little bit of a difficult time right now, but is just going to stick through and do what their gut tells them to do. So these are the decks I'm going to be using today. This is just, I think, a regular tarot deck. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And then, as I stated before, I work a lot in the oracles, so I thought that this would be really good. I don't think I've used this before, and maybe I've used it once or twice, but I just felt called to grab this pack. So this is the Moonology Oracle card 44 card deck. I believe there's different variations of this by Yasmin Bolan, and the artwork is by Nyx Rowan. And then I'm going to go with my favorite little guy. This is the Divine Directions Jade Sky inspiration cards. I really like working with these, so that's why I grabbed them. Okay, I think I'm going to transition you guys to be able to see the cards. Okay, so this is kind of not the greatest setup, but this is what I'm working with. So we're going to start with the actual tarot cards. I'm also not the greatest shuffler, so I feel like that's important for anybody watching to know. Okay, so we are back. Once again, technical difficulties. I tried to do a poll before this, but I think I was upset when I was doing the poll just from all the, loud noises while I'm trying to film a video. But, so I want to give it a proper go for you guys, because I think you deserve that, and like whoever needed to hear this message needs to hear this message channeled, very clearly. So that is what I'm going with. I'm going with 4 cards. Oh, 5. I guess I'm going with 5. I'm going to go with the Moonology, Time of Manifestation, Dream Life, Future Life, Manifesting, okay, they keep on falling out the back there, but I'm going to do one more shuffle, I guess, because maybe more cards will fall out than just one, but I'm going to do another shuffle. And as I say, look at that. So I think that these are probably going to be the main key points of the reading. Sorry. Okay, now we need some clarification. Oh, look at that. And I want a final clarification card for when this whole reading is over. Nope, just one, please. Sorry. Just one. Okay, so I guess we found out what that was ahead of time. Let's go on ahead and look at this. So first of all, we're going to look at the cards that I pulled that I said I thought would be the key underscore for this reading. So we've got emotions are running high and nothing will come of this situation. So void of course moon and a super moon. I feel like these are two very like very much opposites of each other. And we also got the word teach. You have a wonderful gift for teaching, for working with others. Have you considered teaching? I'm not too sure what this is about. Obviously I'm thinking things for me, but I'm sure anyone who's watching this reading will think other things. How it applies to them. You know, they always say, and I agree with that for this reading, take what resonates, leave what does not. I just feel like I'm just really surprised by this reading, but I'm gonna go through with it because you know what? Somebody needs to hear whatever this is. Part of me wants to start over. The first time I didn't even really turn around and look at the cards. I knew there were just too many tarot. I don't know if you heard me say, I was trying to say at the beginning of this that I read them all too quickly, I guess. Sorry. That I didn't, there were too many tarot cards, and since I'm not very familiar with that, I couldn't give a good reading on that. I felt like it would take a long time to do, so I wanted to redo the reading. So this is a very interesting second time around, and also the first time around I was a little bit upset, but yeah, let's take a look. So we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the High Priestess reversed. Let's take a look at what those cards mean, and then we will get into the other ones. So excuse me while I pull out the big book of tarot. So, interesting enough, the High Priestess is non-action, it's unconscious awareness, it's potential, it's mystery. I feel like even though this is interesting because it lays right over nothing will come of this situation, this is a card about action, you know, when it's upside down in my interpretation right now. So I feel like maybe this is you know, we're talking about the word teach as well. Like this is a time for you to kind of, you know, since it's about assessing the unconscious, this is about you assessing your consciousness. And so kind of seeing how you feel about the thing that this is referring to. So you are the one who knows what that is, obviously. So it's also talking about, you know, acting on that, which is very interesting because it says nothing will come of this situation. So I'm interested to see where more cards we pull will implement on that. But let's look at emotions are running high and the reverse Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is destiny, turning point, movement, personal vision. So we have another contradiction here. We have another opposite because this is the opposite. So it's, you know, to me, I interpret that as a bit of stagnation, which is interesting because this is emotions running high. This was the super intense. So I feel like you're having a duality situation in your life here. And I feel like this is not talking about one thing, where, because at first initially here I was like, oh, okay, this could be a really negative thing. But I feel like you have two different aspects that you're kind of thinking about, two main things, which I You know, haven't seen it in a reading in a little while, but basically you're getting some mixed signals here. So the last three cards we have here are all upright cards, sword cards. So that's very, very interesting. Let's take a look at what this means for these dual situations. So the Six of Swords says the blues, recovery, travel. So I feel like you could have, I don't know, like Eat, Love, Pray comes to my mind, but I'm not really sure. I don't think I've ever seen that movie before, Call Me Young. But my interpretation of that, I will tell you, is like, you know, you're going to have a moment where you're really sad, you're going through a lot, you're feeling very confused, and you're going to kind of run away from it, which I think also kind of falls in line with the Seven of Swords, you know, and running away and being a lone wolf. And then I'm also looking at the Eight of Swords and seeing a restriction and confusion and powerlessness. So I do feel like you want to get away. You want to get away from this, you know, this confusing situation. It's going back and forth, and you're not sure what's going on. And we have to remember that the main piece of advice we were given here is to teach, is to think about, okay, well, you know, you are talented, you are gifted. What about helping others? So maybe this is how you're feeling right now, is you feel like you want to run away because this duality, it confuses you, it scares you. So I'm going to look at the what we don't see coming, which is the bottom of the deck if you aren't familiar. So on the Moonology, it's adjustments are required. So I do think that you're going to have to be making a change, but I don't see it being running away. I think you're just going to have to adapt to your situation the way it is now. And, you know, you will see a sense of stillness, a sense of clarity on the second that you start to realize that you have to make changes. This one popped out, which is so very, very in line with. It says personal issue reaches resolution. I have no idea how it popped out, but it did. And it looks like we have the full moon in Cancer here. So it says a personal issue reaches resolution. So I do think that if you, if you make the required adjustments, you're going to see that resolution, because we have this, nothing will come of this situation. So I think that you can either run away or you can stay and make those changes, and you will see a positive outcome. And then the what you don't see coming of the tarot is the Page of Wands. So be creative, be enthusiastic, be confident, be courageous. You are going to overcome this confusion and this want to run away, and you are going to get back to your creative, enthusiastic, confident, and courageous self. You just have to be willing to make the adjustments so that way you can see the personal issue being resolved. Interestingly enough, the last card we pulled to kind of clarify everything was goals. So I know that this is very relevant for me and a lot of people thinking on 11/11. You're thinking about your future self. So this is saying it's time for you to take your goals off the back burner and go after them. So maybe that is the adjustment that is required for you to come to that personal resolution. Because if you do the if you play into the confusion and you allow yourself to run away and you allow yourself to stay confused and to stay hopeless, because you really are the one who has the power to get yourself out of this hopelessness here with the adjustments are required. And look at that, luck is on your side. Don't forget that luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So something nothing will come of this situation if you don't make the adjustments required. And then if you do make those required adjustments, a personal issue reaches resolution, and you're also being called to take your goals off the back burner and go after them. So to have that confidence and maybe even to know that luck is on your side, I think that that's really what this message is all about here. I'm going to go on ahead and look at the what you don't see coming of the divine direction cards, because I think that is a good way to close this out. So ground. This is very interesting. It's time to ground and center your energy, be truly present in your life. So there's once again a duality, but I think that these are both positive directives. So you know, you want to think about your goals. It's interesting because I think when we think of goals, we think of the future. We think of things we want to achieve that we haven't achieved yet. But it's really important to be truly present in your life. And so when it says go after them, it's telling you to live in the now, go after the goals now, and be present as you're on your way to achieving them, or be present when you achieve them, and kind of like enjoy the ride, I guess. So yeah, I would say that's my reading. I don't know if anybody needed this out there. I think I needed this. I'm glad I didn't give up after all the scary tarot cards, and I'm sure a lot of tarot interpreters will have their own opinion on what this means, what this tarot reading means, but you know, like I said, that's what it means to me. That's the way that I interpret it. Oh, we actually have another Moonology card here that I didn't go through. So let's see what this one has to offer. Oh, nothing is yet set in stone. That's so poignant. These bad things that you're scared of happening, or that you maybe started feeding into as of right now, you are not here, right? If you are not here forever. You will not be here forever. This is your future if you do not make the adjustments, right? So you definitely have control over that. When we talk about going after your goals, and we talk about being present in your life. This is so relevant to other videos I've made on my channel too, which I find very, very interesting. And yeah, so I'm not sure if anybody, you know, if any of my viewers believe in tarot, but I just wanted to do this because I don't know, I felt called to, and I hope this video turned out okay and I'm able to post it. But happy 11/11, everyone, and you get yourself a good night's rest of sleep, because tomorrow you have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of adjustments to be made. You have a lot of goals to achieve. You have a lot of living in the moments to be happened. You have a lot of work you have to do to get out of this place. So let's do it tomorrow, and let's resolve that issue. Thank you so much for listening to my reading, and I hope everyone gets a good night's sleep tonight, and I will talk to you all in my next video.